still brings a smile to your face watching it. I mean, I feel like saying it's now never, but I think that moment has even passed now for Dignitas here. I mean, that's why I'm shocked that they didn't just force up in the last round, because you've got to realize that now is pretty much the time to get this done here. 14th round is coming up. They have the AWP glass cannon on Cajun B, and they have a bit of a double push into yard.
No, they actually have the aggression. This I'm a bigger fan of, just because you can trade. If they
You've got to realize that now is pretty much the time to get this done here. 14th round is coming up. They have the AWP glass cannon on Cajun B, and they have a bit of a double push into yard.
Huge focus on yard right now from Dignitas.
On Cajun B, and they have a bit of a double push into yard.
Focus on yard right now.
CVP were expecting it. They were just not looking in the right place. They had the double grenade down behind red there, and now Config right around the corner. He walks right in, and that's a great opening frag. Rubino going to get the refrag, but now they know he's there, and Neo takes a lot of damage in return. Going to put up a bit of a grenade to try and force him back. Sadly, Bialy's not up on the high ground right now. Might give a bit of a chance for Rubino to escape. He's only going to get back behind red. Coming out, and Neo wins the fight against Rubino. That is horrible. Now Magisk alone again. Seems like every time it's him against the world. Virtus.Pro looking to claim a 10th round here on the T side.
Isn't that the curse of the ramp player, right? If
Yeah.
they don't come ramp, you just feel like the most useless person on the roster, because you're going into impossible retake after impossible retake.
It's almost like playing B-bomb side on Mirage, you know. Sometimes you just get no action for a long time, and then eventually you have to go and retake A because the other half of the team didn't work out. And he pulls out the knife. Oh no. Eventually those lasers are going to go down, and if you're looking at the current pace here, it looks like VP are going to be the ones to lift that trophy. There's only really going to be Pasha who's going to be able to lift that trophy, in all honesty. Look at it.
I know, right? Well, hey, teamwork. It's at the core. It's at the heart of CS, Anders. And so it'll just obviously take some teamwork to lift it. There you go. Right? 1, 2, 3, go. And then somebody drops it, breaks a foot.
I want to imagine a world in which they pick it up at the end of the lineup, and then Bialy is all the way at the end. So when it gets to him, he just sort of falls over with it. That would be funny. 10-4, and we are moving into the 15th round. It's only the first map, so we can't get too discouraged from what we're seeing here. I mean, there's still a chance Dignitas could take a deep breath and come back on Cobblestone, which they're very good on. But right now, on this particular map, it is almost as close as it can be to being lights out here. Taz opening up on Rubino. They've obviously bought whatever they can here for the 15th round. Meg is going to be a little bit aggressive, and that pays off.
It does pay off, but Neo is waiting. That gun is now bait. Surprise, MSL. You're not getting in there. You're not going to get a rifle. You're done. And VP once again have the man advantage versus 2 pistols and a rifle on Ace Boy. There are a couple of nades for Dignitas to work with, but it really isn't looking too hot. And Config out in Garage, not going to get spotted. In fact, he nearly picks up the kill on Pasha. That was so close. Pasha lives on 6 HP.
Oh, and Cajun, grenade not going to hit, actually. Pasha a little bit too far back. Otherwise, maybe they could have brought it back to a 3-on-3, but they still don't have very good equipment here. And Cajun fighting for his life is going to be going down. Neo picking up a good double kill. Magisk is again alone in a 1-on-4. Sprays 1, sprays 2. The fire catching him. He can't make it out. And Snacks will pick it up. 11-4, ladies and gentlemen, in favor of Virtus.Pro. That's a bit of a statement.
Oh, man. This is actually really interesting, because it feels like we're back in the groups again. Because in the groups, it was everybody winning their opponent's map, apart from VP. VP were the ones to go 2-0. VP were the ones to really just, well, be for a good long while, until like the end of the second day. They were the only team to actually win their opponent's map as well as their own. So, I mean, VP are off to a terrific start on Nuke. And I mean, then you're going into Cobble, which again, VP are solid on.
They definitely are, and so are Dignitas. So that means we could still have a very good game on our hands. But you really, at this point, you gotta think that Virtus.Pro are looking unstoppable. I'm not even. I mean, even if Navi could have made it here instead, they just look so strong. We are going into the second half any moment. But if you're a Dignitas fan, that guy's into it. I like it.
What?
All right.
Okay, then.
They were into it.
There's the real winner.
None of that kiss on the cheek, anything like that. Just going all in. 11-4 is the scoreline. We're moving into the 16th round. So once again, welcome to the show here. It's the grand finals of EPICENTER. Pasha opening up, getting a kill, but they're just rushing them down. It's going to be MSL with the refrag instantly. The bomb is going to be going down as well. Dignitas, they're fighting right now to stay in control, get a little bit of control here on Nuke, and Config going to pick up 2 big kills there, leaving Taz and Snacks. And I think Taz knows he's boxed in.
He's stuck. Snacks, can Snacks find an angle? No, it's almost an impossibility now, especially with the flank coming in from Vegas. He's going to catch Snacks looking the wrong way. That leaves Taz alone, and the trend continues. Again, we're going to have teams trading pistols, but the thing here for Dignitas, although as I say that, Taz gets a great headshot there on a Magus boy, he doesn't have time. No kit picked up. He has the Kevlar, but realizing this, he has to back off. Try and save that Kevlar for the next round, save a little bit of money. So he will be able to make it out in one piece. Config? No, whoa. Config engaged and surviving on single digits.
Calculated, of course.
Calculated, of course. I mean, I think this bodes well for Dignitas because they've been really struggling. They struggled versus Na'Vi they would get onto the site, they would get the plant, and everything would be looking great. You know, they wouldn't drop a single person in the process, and then they'd get run over in the retake. Here, finally, they've been able to turn that around and stop Virtus.Pro from actually executing the retake. They successfully bomb plant and
Just looking to steal that AK away if he can. You see him jumping down there, almost dies to the bomb.
yeah, that's just an unlucky break for him. If that AK takes a tumble down, well then, I mean, you actually managed to save an AK at the end of the round. You have something to work with in the following round. But instead, I mean, I'm liking it from Dignitas. This is kind of their MO at this point. Early on, if they win that pistol, they just keep charging. Another rush for them. It's expensive, but they're still getting rounds.
See that girl blowing a kiss to the stream? Weird how if it's a guy doing it, it doesn't seem quite right, does it?
Waiting for the guy, yeah, exactly. Who's going to do that?
Somehow it's just different. 11-6 is the scoreline. Magisk and Config opening up. A lot more speed to this round, and Dignitas deciding they don't want to wait around, and I don't blame them. And this is where you can get really tricked, because now it seems like, all right, boots on the other foot. It feels pretty good here. 7-11 scoreline. It's possible to make this work, but this is the real test. If they lose this round, I think they're going to lose Nuke in a very, very fast manner. But if they can win it, then we could open up for a small chance they could still do this.
That we can get the 3 maps.
Yeah, or at least just get a closer game on this one, because it has been Virtus.Pro pretty much all the way up until this point.
It has been the VP show. I'm looking right now to see where the aggression is going to come in, because again, Dignitas, it's just rush time. They are literally rushing everywhere. Magus leads the way. Neo in position to get the big spray. Manages to find 1 headshot at least. Brings it back to a 4-on-4. But again, Dignitas, superior utility. They have the grenades to buy all the time to get the plant, and it's not going to happen. Taz, so close, roasting. He can't deny it.
Oh, right. That is something we haven't actually seen a lot on Nuke. That ramp rush used to be such a popular feature of old Nuke, even back in 1.6, but we haven't seen it too much on this one. Quick trade coming in. Snacks and Magisk out of the round, pushing through into the fire there, and Taz taking a fair bit of damage. Config and Robino, can they keep this one alive? Robino down in Toxic, just waiting inside that glass. He's getting the spray in, but he can't get the kill, and now the UMP is all that's left here. Config pushing through, he's gonna get the one, but denied by Neo, who gets a quad kill, and Taz is on the defuse, and he's gonna get it too. Very good round here for VP, and that was the big test.
Look what clever Nate. Like, did you see the nade use there at the end with the smokes everywhere? Yes, okay, somebody puts a smoke up on the site. Sure, Taz is like, you know what? Could be better than one smoke, Anders? 2 smokes. Just cover the entire site with smoke so that you can sit there and defuse without a kit for 10 seconds. That's unbelievable.
I mean, even if there's just one smoke, it can actually be really hard to guess the angle. So if there's 2 of them up, all over the place.
Like, where was the bomb planted?
Yeah, it's very tricky.
That's a nightmare. And it's a for Dignitas now. They do have the money to go for a buy. After such a successful start to the half, they had spare funds, but it's the hit to the confidence. Now, do they actually go for another rush? That's what I'm watching for at this point.
All right, we don't have the tactical quite yet, so it's the technical issue that's being sorted out. Let's see. I mean, that was a good attempt from Dignitas, a very good attempt, in fact. That kind of an opening, and the pace that was being set there. I really enjoyed that.
They have to just try and run their heads into VP and run over them. And so that's a great call from MSL. It's some excellent leadership. But now we have to see more of the same or not. Could be a very quick play into ramp here. Magus leading the way. He's waiting for Pasha, and he does get lucky. Manages to draw Pasha down to 66 HP. But in the meantime, Dignitas, again, look at how fast and aggressive they are out into the yard. Now they've got the angle with the AWP.
This is definitely not bad. I mean, yeah, they kind of don't have a choice, you're right. They have Snacks locked in that box, and I'm pretty sure you can shoot right through that. Or is it only the red containers? We'll test it later. Cajun being forced back with grenades. MSL making his way around. He's going to go for the spray down, and that's a great opening frag. And taking out Snacks.
Love to see this. Dignitas showing that they've still got some fight in them. Cajun's going to catch Pasha. That was that secret, ready and waiting for it. And now Neo, locker room, will drop the bomb as well. That's a big kill. A lot of information gained for him, and he might be able to pick up the second as well. Neo continues to deliver, brings it back to a 3-on-3, eliminates all of the hard work that Dignitas did at the beginning of the round, and now they've got Cajun pinned down as well.
Yeah, right now they just have spread out all over the place, and Rubino gonna end up going down. Magiskin on a huge flanking mission right now, but they needed everyone to stay alive. Neo, what kind of spider senses are these? He turns around, Magiskin's right behind him. There's the kill. Neo, he's gonna get the quad. What an incredible hold, bringing it back for his team.
What was that?
So impressive.
Yeah, oh, stop it. You was right, Neo.
Cameraman is a god, is what it says, apparently. Thanks for the translation.
I think a lot of people are appreciating the cameraman's efforts right now.
They are putting in the work. You can't take that away from them. Wow. That might have been the final nail on the coffin there, because they did a lot to open up that round. A very good effort put in by Dignitas, but a quad kill for Neo just to seal the deal. 13-7. No bomb plant, no money either for Dignitas, although a good opening kill. Config taking out Snacks.
Headshot on Snacks and spots Neo, who's holding out by CT. Pasha going to get overwhelmed, but he does take up 2 kills. That's actually very solid from him. The HE leading the way. Timing is just barely off, and Taz stands his ground to take the fight. This is turning into a very expensive round for Virtus.Pro. But Magus eventually forced out into the open. That drops the bomb, and Config is now the last man alive here for Dignitas with 2 points of health left. So a little bit too close.